Hi Katie, so we're going to be running through a pre-exercise screening tool today just to get some more medical history from you and your exercising to date and things like that, just so we can get a better idea as to where you're at.
Cool.
And, you know, obviously your goals as to where you want to be and everything as well.
Yeah.
So stage one, it can be done by yourself, but obviously I'm here, so I'll just be doing it for you. So firstly, your name
It's Katie Robinson.
and date of birth.
Is the 24th of the 3rd, 91.
Okay, and first question, has your doctor ever told you that you have a heart condition or have ever suffered a stroke?
No.
Okay. Do you ever experience unexplained pains in your chest at rest or during physical activity or exercise?
No.
Do you ever faint or have spells of dizziness during physical activity or exercise that cause you to lose balance?
No.
Okay, great. Have you ever had an asthma attack requiring immediate medical attention at any time over the last 12 months?
No.
If you have do you have diabetes, I guess?
No.
Do you have any diagnosed muscle, bone or joint problems that you've been told could be made worse by participating in physical activity?
No.
Do you have any other medical conditions that may make it dangerous for you to participate in physical activity or exercise?
No.
Okay, great. So because you've answered no to all of those questions, that means, and you have no other concerns about your health, we can move on to the next stage, and it just means that you don't need to receive medical clearance before we can start training.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so stage 2. How old were you?
I'm 23.
Okay, and do you have any family history of heart disease, like stroke or heart attack?
No.
Okay, and do you smoke cigarettes at all?
No. Don't smoke or drink.
Okay, describe your current physical activity exercise levels. So how frequently do you exercise?
I'd probably say 4 days a week and for about an hour each time, so about 4 hours a week.
Okay, so frequency, 4 days you said?
Yep.
And 4 hours total?
Yep.
Okay, great. So, because you exercise for more than 150 minutes a week, that means you're -1 on the risk factor, which is great.
Sure.
So, what is your height?
166 centimetres.
Okay, and your weight at the moment?
Is 71 kilos.
71. Okay, great. So that, as we worked out earlier, puts you at a BMI of 25.
Yep. Is that good or bad?
So that's slightly above what it should be, but not by very much. That's for the standards for females.
Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, with a bit of work together, we'll be able to easily get that down. Have you been told that you have high blood pressure?
No, never.
Have you been told that you have high cholesterol?
No.
Have you been told that you have high blood sugar?
No.
Okay, great. Alright, so just calculating your risk factor now.
Yeah.
Just a second. So your total risk factor is -1, which is fantastic.
Perfect.
No, it's not. There's more questions.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Have you ever spent time in hospital, including day administration, in the last 12 months?
No.
Are you currently taking prescribed medications for any medical conditions?
No.
Are you pregnant or given birth within the last 12 months?
No.
Do you have any muscle, bone or joint pain or soreness that is made worse by a particular exercise?
No.
Okay, good. So still a risk factor of -1, so that's great.
Yep.
There. Okay, great. Yeah, so as I said, just yeah, so as I said, it just means that you do not need to get medical clearance before we can exercise, which is great. And so it means you're at low risk. So that means that you can do moderate and to high forms of exercise, so you can cover all the bases, which is great.
Cool.
The next thing to do is just a client profile form for you. So just for us to get to know where you're currently at, and what goals you want to work towards, so that we can get you there together.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So how long do you like to exercise for at a time?
No longer than an hour.
Okay. So kind of up to an hour?
Yeah, that's long enough.
Yeah. And what time of the day do you prefer to exercise?
Early mornings, I would say.
Yeah. Great. And what days of the week are you able to exercise?
I'll say Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Great. Got a few rest days in there. And what exercises do you like to do?
I'd love to do anything that's to do with my legs.
Yeah.
Not too big on core stuff, just because I'm not good at it at all.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. So any particular exercises with your legs, like squats or?
Yeah, I like squats, I like deadlifts, I like leg press.
So like squats with like the added weight, like
Yeah.
bar?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And so what is your goal that you want to achieve?
I'm guessing I just really want to lose maybe about another 5 kilos or so
Yeah.
of fat, and definitely gain some definition in my muscles. I want to look like one of those people that looks like they work out.
Okay, great. So nice and toned.
Yes.
Okay, great. And so is appearance a big motivator for you?
Not so much. When it comes to warm weather, I'd obviously like to look good in a bikini, every girl would.
Yeah.
But it's more about just health and long
Like
term.
fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah. And confidence as well, like being able to improve your strength and things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And something that you're interested in and really enjoy doing as well, or?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, great. And so, what motivational techniques do you prefer? Like, you know, you said that appearance isn't as much for you, so that wouldn't be one. But say like social motivator, you know, meeting your friend at the gym, or fitness motivator, like you have that goal that you want to work towards. You know, like what's
I think the goal one's one. So I'd sort of like to get to my goal weight in the next sort of 2 months.
Yeah.
So 5 kilos of fat gone in 2 months. I think that's doable.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I do like the social aspect. Like I have a friend that I train with, which I like.
And like confidence as well, like being able to increase the weights that you're lifting and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's always good.
Okay, and then obviously it's something you are interested in as well.
Yeah.
And so what's like your barrier of exercise? Like what would stop you committing to exercise?
I don't think it would stop me committing. It would just make me
less motivated?
Yeah.
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 What does that for you?
Well, I have a daughter and my partner works away. So,
yeah.
you know, if she's not well, then I'm home with her all day. There's not really anyone that can watch her.
Yeah.
But other than that, I suppose on those days it's like incorporating her into whatever I want to do.
Yeah. And how committed are you to achieving your goals?
I'm like a 10.
Yeah.
If it's on a scale,
Extremely.
yeah, like I want it.
Yeah. Okay, definitely put extremely for you. Okay, so just have to advise you of the guidelines of a physical activity.
Yeah.
So guideline 1, so doing any regular exercise. Okay, and so what's your water intake per day?
It's all I drink, so it'd be about 3 litres, I reckon.
Okay, great. And how much alcohol do you drink per week, would you say?
I don't drink every week. It'd be like 2 times a year.
Okay, great. Just special occasions kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And so I just have to advise you of some dietary guidelines. Guideline 1, to achieve and maintain a healthy weight, be physically active and choose amounts of nutritious foods and drink to meet your energy need. Guideline 2, enjoy a wide variety of nutritious foods from these five groups every day. So plenty of vegetables, which you do, which is great. Include different types of colours and legumes and beans. Fruit. Grain foods, so mostly whole grains or high fibre cereal varieties like bread, cereals, rice, pasta, noodles, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Lean meats and poultry, so fish, eggs, tofu, nuts and seeds, legumes and beans. And then finally the dairy, so milk, yogurt, cheese or other alternatives, mostly reduced fat. Guideline 3 is limit intakes of food containing saturated fat, added salt, sugars and alcohol.
Okay,
So,
cool.
yeah. And then, so this is the recommendations to achieve your goals. So you already exercise weekly, so continue with your weekly exercise plan in accordance with the guidelines for physical activity. Follow the above nutritional guide for vegetables, fruit, grains, protein and dairy. You already drink a lot of water, which is great, but increase it if you can.
Yep.
And to decrease salt, sugar and alcohol, you already don't have much, which is great.
Yeah.
So that's all done. So now what we need to do is just a fitness appraisal. So it's the last thing I promise.
Yeah.
So I just need to grab some extra details and measurements and things. So we'll firstly start with the blood pressure.
Yep.
So I'll just grab this. Okay. So I'll put it up here. Just wrap it around. So it will put a bit of pressure, but it won't be too uncomfortable for you.
Okay.
And it'll be released quickly. So I've just got to put this in there as well. Okay, great. Just a sec. Yeah, just write that down. Thank you. Alright. Okay, so that then puts you in the high normal range, which is good.
So what was it?
125 over 80.
Okay,
so
yep.
high normal. Your height, as you told me earlier, is 166. Weight 71. So as you worked out earlier, that puts you at a BMI of 25.
Yep.
Last thing I need to do is just your girth measurement. So
Yeah.
just to measure around the smallest part of your body. So, yeah. Okay. And so if you could just do a breathe out, in and then out, sorry. Okay, great. 82. Alright, great. So with the blood pressure, so that puts you at the high normal range, so that's completely fine, that's safe.
Yep.
With the BMI, it should be down a little bit, but it's definitely not far off, so that's fine. You know, with what we're working towards, that will get you there. So you're 25 and normal range is 24.9 at the most.
Yeah.
So, you know, definitely not far off there.
Cool.
So it's just pre-obese is where you're at the moment, but I'm gonna be like, what point?
Yeah.
And then the girth measurement of 82, it's 2 centimetres bigger than what it should be,
Yeah.
but, you know, for the safe range, but yet again, that, you know, it's not it doesn't put you as a risk factor, which is if it's over 88.
Okay. Yeah.
So everything's great. It just, with a slight improvement, you know, could get you into the healthy weight range and with a healthy girth waist as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so with all of this worked together, puts you at the risk factor, as I said before, of low. So it means that on here that you'd be able to do any form of exercise, like vigorous, high, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, fantastic. That's everything.
Perfect. Thank you.